tide. Blade and live, in this world we will thrive. Battle against the dark, can you stay alive? Resurrect to fight again, don't let the courage fade. Against Crowley and his minions, legends must be made. Dark skies and dragons soaring, titans rule the day. Can you keep your ground when the shadows come to play? PvP and PvE, feel the adrenaline rush. Enemies all around, hear the battle drums hush. Game on the line, it's a high stakes gamble. Chaos bursts around, will you rise or scramble? Plan your move, take your shot, align your aim just right. In the quest for survival, we'll bring back the light. Play dead lie, in this world we will thrive. Battle against the dark, can you stay alive? Resurrect to fight again, don't let the courage fade. Against Crowley and his minions, legends must be made.
Hi everybody, it's Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is Play Dead Live. We got Arc, we got VOX, and we got Crossfire versus the top two teams in the league. This has been an amazing season so far. A lot of changes, a lot of updates, and as you guys know, we continue to roll out some awesome stuff. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. I have it marked on my calendar. Take a quick look at the standings. We got Arc coming in at 10-1, looking invincible. But you know what? If there's a team out there that matches up really well against them, we got VOX here tonight. You can see the schedule we got lined up, and as I said before, we have a Kills Cup right around the corner, so some of these teams are brushing up their skills. Some of them are trying to figure out any strategy they can get as we go into the tournament. Regular season is great, but you guys know it is all about that Kills Cup tournament. High pressure, high stakes when we get down to that. So we've had some really, really cool events that we've done over the last couple weeks, and then we had a great holiday. But I do know that we had a little activity that has happened, so I do want to give out a big, big happy birthday shout out to our very own Dr. Dye. Big, big birthday shout out to the doctor. We know the doctor, big, big part of the planning, the organization. Doc has become one of the most active farm strike, farm fights players that we have in the league. So, Dr. Dye, big, big happy birthday wish to you. And make sure, we want Dr. Dye to have the best box in the history of boxes whenever she gets that. So, pretty excited about the path and the future and all the cool things that we do. We also have another birthday that we have to announce. And it is like VOX birthday day. How about a big birthday shout out also to none other than Kat? Happy birthday to you as well, Kat. Maybe we'll have both of them playing tonight. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't tell you the lineups. But it's like VOX birthday night. Big, big birthday shout outs. All right. Thank you so much for that as well, Dimes. Dimes showing a little birthday love, getting them box boosted. We got Kel chatting it up as well. Thank you so much. So, yeah, we want you guys to have a good birthday and celebrate your birthday. If you can't celebrate with PDL, where are you going to celebrate it? All right, let's take a quick look at the remainder of the season. You got Arc and VOX tonight. You got Sly and Jet next week. Jet and VOX, and then Sly and Arc. And, if you guys can do me a favor, how about leaving in chat right now what you think the Sliver Sacrifice Grenade is going to be? Sliver sacrifice time. Let's spin that wheel. All right, here we go. We're going to spin it. No moon rocks on the line here. This one's just for fun. Sorry. I know people will be like, why am I participating? I just want to see if you guys can get it right. Here we go. Let's spin it. It is top hat. Top hat. I don't know how many top hats people have. I mean, I assume they have a few. But better check your inventory. Make sure you got them. We got Villar. Thank you so much for that, Villar. I see you chatting it up as well. Appreciate you. I'll give you a 999 star. I don't think anybody picked top hat. All right, Ron, really quick, tell me what time it is. It is roll time, baby. All right, everybody give me a number from 1 to 20. 1 to 20. And we're giving away a free pack for the next box event that's coming up in August. We have Christmas in July on the 25th. That is a shop event. And then in August, we actually have a box event coming back up. So score your packs while you can. I'm going to give you about 5 more seconds to get your number typed in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Number 9. Nobody had number 9. We're spinning it one more time. Number 1. There's got to be somebody picked 1. There's always somebody. Of course it is. Of course Dow got it tonight. All right, Dow, congratulations on your free pack. And let's take you to tonight's Epic War Bundle really quickly so we can get this match started on time, because I know these teams are raring to go. They got some items they want to play around with. Silver Bundle up top, we got Extreme, we got Steel, we got Elixir Flame and Choke Smoke, both by request. Post-Battle Pet Revive, 5 of those. We got Graphene, Carbine, 1 of each of your waxes, and I'm going to give you 1 standard recipe. Take you to the red. We got Rage and Rage 2 and Rage 3, Frantic 5, Savage 6, Mag 7, Super 8, Hostile 9, and T10. Why are all these potions important? Because we rolled back out PvE, and I can tell you, some of these items are in high demand now in PvE. And we will see PvE again in 2 weeks with the rollout of the Kills event Season 3. There is PvE involved in that. There is item usage involved in that as well. Take you to the Gold Bundle, 2 Brutal Blue. Rugged Glyph times 2, 2 Brutal Red, Arson Glyph, there's 2 of those. Epic Armor Skins, Megacosm, Rage Tonic. Over to the green, Potion, Quad XP, always good with PvE coming up. Spider Silk, Combat Orb, Super Thrill, Platinum Skin, Vine Smoke, Absorption Potion by request. Somebody's low on that. Gold Summon Skins and Decay Smoke. And up top, we got a Mythic Summon Skin, an Immortal Skin. We got Gamut in there. Gamut high-end grenade is usually only in the bomber bundles, so you got a Gamut grenade and a brand new piece of gear. This is going to change the guard a little bit from Dragons to Titans. How about this? The Pendant, H26, D28, B20, AP18. If you play a Titan and you play Titan Blast, you gain 30 bonus points. 30 bonus points from an ability. That is the strongest scoring ability we have in the game. I see Bones. Thank you so much for that, Bones. Couple birthday shout-outs from you. Appreciate you as well. Awesome stuff, everybody. Showing that birthday love. Can never go wrong showing that birthday love to Dr. Di and Kat. All right, Kel, let's see who got these bundles. And then I am going to ask for pre-match buffs from Trigger, Ron, Cat, Nightshade, Dow, Shaman, Julia, and Villar. You 8, give me your pre-match buffs. We are going to start on time tonight. Remember, Timers cannot be challenged. I will be keeping close eye on the timers. You see who got the bundles. We got Ron, Villar, Busy Dimes, Trigger, Dow, Crimson, Bones, Cat, Julia, Lexicon, Football, Doc, Jim, Flyrod, Pope, Nightshade, and Kel. And captains, I just want to warn you right now. Captains are Julia. They are also Ron. I will be reading it, and I'll be reading it fast. Your job is to read it as well. And do not let me get to it twice, or it will automatically hit. Here we go. I'm going to take you down to the VOX Vatican, everybody. In the final days of seeing the frozen jungle, because I heard there was a new map on the horizon. Tonight's starting lineup is as follows. Road team going first tonight. We got Julia in the rover zone. She's sieging. She's the captain. Julia followed by Trigger. Trigger is in the tank zone. Trigger followed by Villar. Villar's in the tank zone. She's the sniper. We got Nightshade up in the DZ. Nightshade followed by the Shaman. Shaman is in the bomber zone. Shaman followed by Father Ron. He's the captain. He's the sniper. He's sieging. Father Ron followed by Dow in the DZ, and Dow followed by Cat. Cat is in the rover zone. Good luck, everybody. Let's get down to business. These two teams, number 1 and number 2. Julia, you're up. 20-second timer starts now. Julia gets her move in quickly. She's going to play the Sleet Wand. Sleet Wand is going to freeze that top block. That's dangerous to start out with that, as we know. Ice Wands are off the board. Julia also jumping in the rover. Let's give Julia a tire. Move to their bomber zone. Boss to Main Street. Ron is super quick on that. Appreciate that, Ron. He's letting it hit already. Boss to Main Street. Boss in 1. We'll cap in 3. Seal and Thrill. S8 Snowstorm to the wall. Sacrifice a top hat and a duplex. All right, duplex ability is good. And it does hit. S8 Snowstorm to the wall. As you will see, the wall is stronger. Black block and 25% of a green block, 75 green remaining. Let's roll for the Snowstorm ability. It is block number 7. A lot of freezing going on with that wall. So we got block number 1 is frozen, and number 7 is frozen. Trigger, you're up. 20-second timer. And it is date night. We know it. Timer is up. Did not beat the regular timer. She did beat the Nerf timer, though. Trigger going to get into tank, go to Temple Steps. Let's give Trigger Cannonball. And move her over to the Temple Steps. Dark Boss to the side chest with Seal. Trigger playing Dark Boss in 1. Will cap in 3. Villar going to play Dominari. Julia playing Kromica. Two dragons already played. Each team with a throw grenade. All right, so she's stealing Kromica from Julia. Julia, let me read all the way through it before you start correcting me. Because once I get to the end of it, it just creates a lot of extra text. And I'll figure it out once I get to that line. F5 spade with sliver ability and sacrifice a top hat. All right, gets into tank, goes to temple steps. Dark boss to the side chest, seal. Stealing Kromica from Julia. F5 spade with sliver ability. And I need a target. And that is a targeting penalty. So it is a 25-point penalty, but you cannot be hit with targeting the rest of the game. All right, going to the wall. Okay, tank's good. Dark boss is good. Seal. Steal Kromica from Julia. F5 spade with sliver ability. Sacrifice a top hat. Julia says it hits, and it breaks the ice block. So the top block is not frozen. She does get credit for a throw grenade. All right, let's go over to Villar. 20-second timer. Villar easily beats the timer. Thank you for that. Jump into tank. Temple steps. Villar jumping in the tank, getting a cannonball. And let's move Villar up to the temple steps. Immortal Grendel. Holy Avenger to the wall. That wall cannot be under any negative effect. Playing Emo Grin to the haystack. Playing a seal. Going to SP3 Nightshade's Grendel. So Nightshade has no Grin to play on his turn. S8 spade to the wall, sacrifice a top hat, and duplex. And that spade is going to be a second throw grenade. Ron says, wait. All right. Tank's good. Temple's good. Immortal Grin is good. Holy Avenger is good. Seal. Steal. S8. They're going to halt. Times 4. Now remember, she's also in the tank. So that means she got the equivalent of an S11 spade. And they're going to halt it down to an S7 spade. S7 spade. As we said, you're going to see walls are stronger, but the grenades are stronger. Take out the 75% of the green block. And we'll take out 80% of the next green block. I got 20 green remaining. 20 green remaining. All right, let's go over to Nightshade. You're up. Aiden in the house. 20-second timer, Nightshade. Nightshade heading down to the forge. Like, I don't need no Grendel for the forge. All right, let's go over to the Shaman. 20-second timer, Shaman. Easily beats the timer. Thank you for that, Shaman. Shaman going boss to the side chest. Shaman boss in 1 with cap in 3. I'll read through it. Seal absorption, Navy to the flame, duplex, and sacrifice a top hat. I've read it once. Boss to the side chest. Seal and absorption. Navy to the flame. Let's get rid of that temple flame. And we're good. Ball seal, absorption, Navy, duplex, and sacrifice. All right, let's go to Father Ron. 20-second timer, Ron. We got Ron, Dow, and Cat. Timer is up. Does beat the timer. Ron is playing War Titan Sultan. All right, Ron. We're going to roll a 4-sider. Pick a number 1 to 4. Actually, Ron, we don't need to pick this because those rolls auto hit on dragons. Sorry. That is an auto hit now. Julia, pick dragons or titans. All right, they're going to keep dragons. They cannot play any titans. Holy Avenger to the wall. So Ron playing Holy Avenger gets rid of this frozen block. No negative effects can be put on Ron's wall either. Sultans do count the same as dragons, or titans do, so that's 1 that they played for each team now. Dragons and titans, both the same. All right, War Sultan, Holy Avenger, move to the sniper zone. Ron, you can only play you can't play 2 Titans in the same round. I gotta get the exact name on this too. Give me a second. Actually, hold on. Ron, I think you're okay with that. Give me a second. Let me see if you played another pet. Hold on. No, you're fine. The War Sultan is your War Titan, and Titus is your pet. You're fine with that. Valar, your Chromica has been melted. You cannot play Chromica. That is a Lair Titan. So War Sultan is good. Holy Avenger's good. Movement's good. Titus is his pet. Seal, F5, top hat to the wall. Also sacrificing a top hat. And duplex. And you barely get the black block. And he does get the light of Watchtower for that. All right, top hat. He gets the Watchtower out of it. Sorry, had to do a score check there. All right, we're all good. Let's go over to Dow. And he got a bonus from the sniper zone. 20-second timer, Dow. Ron had a sniper bonus to his damage. Needle to the haystack. Seal himself. Milo to the Watchtower and duplex. Saw an opening there to get that needle in play. We don't get needles out very often, do we? Dow playing needle. In 1, we'll cap in 2. Drops the seal. F5 Milo to the Watchtower. Light it up. Get the points for the Milo. And they also get their first hit grenade. Counts as a hit. All right, let's go to Cat. Cat, 20-second timer. Cat's going to get in the rover. Let's give Cat a tire. Move to the DZ, Immortal Grendel to the haystack. So Cat with an emo grin. Seal absorption. Sweet tea to the temple, duplex, and sacrifice a top hat. Put out that flame. Give him the points for the sweet tea. And we are good. End of round number 1, everybody. We got one under our belt. At the end of the round, let's move Valar into the temple. Let's also move Trigger into the temple. Blessing for each team. DZ. Dow with a halo. Cat with a halo. DZ is 25 to 25. Slivers are also 25 to 25. Move a ring from each sliver. All right, round number 1 is in the books. Julia, will go to you. 20-second timer. Easily beats the timer. Julia going to move up the coast a little bit, move to their tank zone, and play a Colossal Kang. Pet Repel, Spade to the wall with Sliver ability, and Zulu. Ron says it hits. Sliver ability is duplexed. Let's add 14 to that sliver total. Zulu gives double grenade damage. Doesn't double the rage, but the grenade damage. So M7 Spade. It's as big as a smash face. Take out the rest of that green. We'll take out a blue. And we'll actually carry over 10% blue, Julia. Tough wall, but you got 90% blue left there. 1.9. Let's go to Trigger from the temple. Trigger, 20-second timer. Trigger, Valar, and then Sheila. Trigger beats the timer. Colossal Kang to side chest, Dragon Smoke to the bomber. $73s if those Kangs cap. Dragon Smoke will put out that bomber zone. S6 Spade to the wall with break stuff. Counts as a throw grenade even though it hits, because they needed to satisfy that. Adding break stuff. Take some damage from every wall block. Ron going to play Kromika. That is the third Dragon Titan usage. And a damage. Green block. And 15% of a green block, you got 85 green remaining. Sorry, trigger's got a +3 bonus. Scratch that. Makes it an S9. %, green remaining. All right. 0.10 on that green block. Slow sailing with the walls, we know. Valar, you're up. 20 seconds. Valar also in a tank. Beats the timer. Valar is going to go Colossal Kang to Main Street. Pet Repel, F5 Spade with Sliver ability. All right, read it once. Ron says wait. He's quick on the draw there. Colossal Kang to Main Street. Pet Repel. And a S8 Spade equivalent. And again, I won't always call them out, but I do have it ingrained in their attack as long as they're in the tank. And Sliver ability. See what Ron has up his sleeve here. Mortal Blue from Cat. Cat playing Emo Blue, which will take Valar's seal away. And it will stop the grenade. So it does not hit. Valar going to max absorb, which means she'll keep her seal. So no hit grenade, a big stop, and no damage. Go to Nightshade, we skip Nightshade. It's at the Forge. Let's go to Shaman, 20 seconds. We've got Shaman, Ron, Dow, and Cat. Close game, slow sailing. Going to play Banish Wand. White wands are off the board, also known as Nirvana wands. Julie cannot be knocked back or launched this round. Going to play Syra to the Dragon Tower. Syra could be worth 15 if they ignite that tower. Can play Pet Repel. And going to light it up. Shaman going big here. R12 Spade to the wall with Sliver ability. So that Sliver up to 67. Cat going to prevent it. Banish Wand's good. Mythic. Sorry, I misquoted her Mythic Syra. A Mythic Syra is worth 30 if it caps. Shaman been doing some upgrades. All right, Banish Wand, Mythic Syra, Pet Repel, R12 Spade, and it is prevented. All done on time. All right, let's go up to the Sniper Zone and see what Ron's got cooking. 20-second timer, Ron. Ron says, let's dance, Valar. He's dancing like David Bowie. Valar, come on down to the MBS, says Ron. She says, no, I'll pass on that. We'll see Ron again in round 4. Ron getting a white flag. Ron getting MBS. Ron getting a ruffled feather. And still in the sniper zone. Before Dow's turn, Cap Dow's needle. First needle of the game. Dow, 20-second timer. We got Dow, then we got Cat. Ron's got this stagger strategy working. Got Nightshade off the field, and then Ron's off, and then Nightshade will come back. I like it. Timer's up. Dow did not beat the timer. He did beat the nerf timer, though. All right, we got Sliver Ability, E8 Gamut Grenade, Immortal Grendel to Immortal Grendel and triggers Colossal Kang. All right, so here's my question. Are you playing a Colossal Kang? Yes or no? All right, because you're playing Gamut, and Gamut can target players and pets, that is a 25-point double line penalty. Because initially you said trigger and then Colossal Kang to Main Street. So because you added triggers Kang, that is a double line penalty. All right. Sliver Ability, E8 Gamut to Immortal Grendel and triggers Kang. Then he's also playing Colossal Kang and sacrifice a top hat. Got that, Ron? Colossal Kang's worth 73. And he's playing Gamut to hit the Immortal Grendel and also triggers Kang. All right. Cat going to play Tanner, which is a good move. What color is the Tanner? And then Trigger's going to Judas. All right. So regular Tanner will not break Dal. It's Mythic. Okay, it's Mythic. That is going to break Dal's seal. He is sealed. So Mythic Tanner to break his seal. They're going to redirect the Gamut with the Judas. Dal going to play Absorption, so he'll keep his seal. They're going to redirect from one Grendel to the next with Judas. And then Shaman's going to prevent it. Everybody got that? All right. Sliver ability's good. We got that. He played his Kang. That's good. He did the sacrifice. Now we get the Gamut. The Gamut goes to Trigger's Kang. They play their first Tanner. Mythic. It would have hit Dal. He plays Absorption. That's resolved. Then we got to get the other half of Grendel, or Gamut, sorry, to the Grendel. It's Judas to the other team's Grendel, and then Sheila burns a prevention. Good play by both teams. So a lot of action there, and you guys can see why Play Dead Live is awesome. All right, Cat, you're up. 20-second timer. Colossal Kang to the boss. All right, so Julia, we're in round 2. You got a snowstorm that you threw. You got Valar following you with another throw grenade. You got Sheila with the Navy. You got Dal with a Milo. That gives you your first hit. You got a Spade is your second hit. You got Sheila, who was stopped. So Valar was stopped. Sheila was stopped. And Dal threw a Gamut. So I've got you at 4. And the 4th just happened. All right, back to Cat's move, which was done on time. Colossal Kang to the boss. Pet Repel. Colossal Kang's worth 73 if it caps. Spade to the wall and Sliver ability. And Ron, you lost your duplex because you went to MBS. Cat playing Sliver ability. All right, Colossal Kang's good. Pet Repel, H9 Spade. And we got a Immortal Blue and a Max Absorb. Each team's played a blue and a Max Absorb, and that finishes out the round. All right, at the end of the round, Trigger and Valar. We've also got, we're going to remove a Sliver Blessing from each team. Both Dow and Cat getting a second Halo. DZ will stay 25-25. $81 points for Arc and Slivers. 39 points this round for VOX. All right. At the start of round 3, we're going to cap Julia's boss. $219 points in Kang's. Second timer. Beats the timer. Going to Euclid Trigger into Marty. Colossal Orbital to the wall and move to the Rover Zone. S6 Spade with MD8. And that is the 6th hit grenade. All 6 hit grenade, 5, 2 throws and 3 hits. And we get the damage to the wall. 90% blue. We'll take out the 90% blue. And we'll take out another 50% blue, 50 blue remaining. 1/2 of a blue block left. Go to Trigger's turn. On Trigger's turn, we will cap her boss, but we're going to skip her. So Trigger caps the boss, 146 points in Kangs. And we'll go to Valar. Valar, 20-second timer. Valar beats the timer. Valar playing Wicked Boss to Main Street. Now, there is no point deduction because there are no enemy bosses out there, so it counts as a regular boss. Valar playing boss in 1, playing boss in 3 would cap in 5. Playing Flourish Wand. Dragon Smoke to the tower. And a Spade Grenade with MD8. All right, they're going to smoke the tower. One step away from igniting. And the S6 Spade Grenade, gold blue from Trigger. Second blue of the game. And that will break Valar's seal. Boss to Main Street, Flourish Wand, Spade is stopped, Dragon Smoke is good, MD8. All right, before Nightshade's turn, we're going to take out 2 blocks. Green and blue. We're going to light 2 watchtowers. Also going to light up 2 straw men. All right, let's go to Nightshade. Nightshade, you're in the forge, but you're coming out of the forge. 20-second timer starts right now. Got Nightshade, Shaman, we skip Ron and go to Dow. Timer's up. Nerf timer is also up. Do we have Nightshade? All right. Does beat the second penalty timer. Nightshade's just going to their DZ. Doesn't have to portal. He can just walk there. Because he's at the forge. Boss to the side chest. All right. Nightshade is playing boss in 3. Cap in 5. Seal and Rage St. Milo with duplex and sacrifice the top hat. And that Milo is going to the watchtower. So that'll light up Watchtower number 4. DZ, Boss, Seal, Milo, Duplex, and Sacrifice. All good. All right, before Shaman's turn, we're going to cap Shaman's boss. All right, Sheila, 20-second timer. Got Shaman, Dow, and Cat. Timer's up. Did not beat the timer, did beat the nerf timer. Mythic Kang to Valar's boss. $63 if it caps from the Shaman. Rad Rage. Thrill Smoke. MD8. Ron says wait. Shaman throwing some big heat. Nightshade going to prevent it, as he should. All right, Mythic Kang's good. Big grenade shot, prevented by Nightshade. All right, we skip Ron because he's in the portal. Dow, 20-second timer. Timer's up. Not beat the timer, did beat the nerf timer. Boss to the side chest. Dow playing boss in 3. Cap in 5. Fear Smoke, Nightshade, Gamut to Grendel and the boss, and playing Mass Destruction. Ron says wait. So dropping Fear, and then Gamuts to the Grendel. So Nightshade's going to pawn it. Ponif, got it. So no Fear Smoke. And Ron going to play Diabolical, which is playing his 4th Titan or Dragon. Diabolical is going to turn that grenade into a Navy. And the first target chosen would be an E9 Navy grenade to Grendel. It will fizzle and will not kill the Grendel. Comes an illegal target. Nicely done, Ron. Boss is good. Fear Smoke is stopped. The Gamut turns into a Navy grenade and fizzles. All right, let's go to Cat. 20-second timer starts now. Timer's up. Beat the Nerf timer. Did not beat the regular timer. Gonna play Voyage. The Snowplow Valar. Binds to Dow, Scold to Dow, Rage to Reach-O Grenade to the wall, and break stuff. All right, going to Void. Sheila's going to Eclipse. Vines will break Dow Seal. Scold will hit Dow for 10%. Scold will also light a Watchtower. Cat will get another Absorption. Derecho is stopped with Immortal Blue. And Voyage is ineffective. Cat will get a Wave Award. But Valar using the Emo Blue. So Cat will get the Wave Award for the Voyage, but that's it. Snowplow is considered used on this side. And break stuff is effective. So break stuff is chipping away at those walls, 10% for each one of those walls. All right, everybody. That is halftime. $39.81. Got a Halo for Dow. Halo for Nightshade. Captains, give me your subs. Got a Halo for Cat. We're going to light another Straw Man, because VOX has control of the DZ 25-0. Dow is not a legal target because he has no buffs. You can't Elevation Wand Dow. He has no buffs. He lost his buffs the turn before. Zombie coming into DZ for Nightshade. Doc going to the ozone. Shaman heading out. Good job, Sheila. Skylight going into the bomber. Pope heading over to the ozone. Valar and Trigger both losing tanks. Julia no rover. Ron stays because he's in the portal. Cat losing her rover. Cat losing her pet repel. Cat losing her seal, but keeping both of her absorptions. All right, looks like that. The order will be as follows. It'll be Julia. Trigger. Trigger is not Euclid right now. Once we go to halftime, the Euclid breaks, so she doesn't have to wait till her turn to start. Not that it'll probably matter, but she is available for any DIs on Julia's turn. So we got Julia, Trigger, Valar, Vox Zombie. And it is round 4. We'll be attacking the walls. Sky, Ron, Dow, Cat, Pope, and Doc. All right. Start out the second half, everybody. Julia, 20-second timer. Going to play their cyborg, Slim Shady. No lingering smokes, and heals are cut in half. Julia's going to move to their DZ. Talon Valar into the temple. Dust to Cat. F5 Dracarys. And Conjure. Add 10 points to next non-scoring grenade. Grenade does not hit. It is prevented. So it does not even fizzle, so no points from the Conjure. All right, Swim Shady, move to DZ. Talon Valar, Dusk, and Dracarys is shut down. Trigger, you're back. 20-second timer, Trigger. Timer's up. Nerf timer. Up, she beat the nerf timer, barely. Did not beat the regulation timer. Moving to the temple, Immortal Grendel. Max Spark to Julia. Julia got 1 spark. Put another Emo Grin up there. So we now have 2 Emo Grins. For Team VOX. 1 for Arc. M7 Unforgiven to the wall with Renew. I think that's probably going to be Relay. Oh, no, it is Renew. Sorry. Sorry. I didn't write down my last Renew ability. Removes MD10. All right, sorry. That'll cut that MD10. It's always nice to remove more MD10 than the other team's gaining. Temple's good. Immortal Grin's good. Max Spark is good. M7 Unforgiven to the wall. And it does hit, so that is a hit grenade. And takes out a blue block. Walls are almost even. All right, let's go over to Valar from the temple. 20-second timer, Valar. We got Valar, and then we got Zombie Vox. Timer's up. Post it. Can we get it posted? All right, Valar, red needle to the haystack. We'll give her the timer. Seal and Thrill. for space to the wall. I'm assuming that is a spade grenade. You can type spade grenade for us. For the inventory team. Red Needle is going to take out Cat's Immortal Grendel. One Grendel off the board. All right, Red Needle, Seal and Thrill. So that's equivalent to an F5 Spade Grenade with Berserk. F7. After their mass destruction, take out the rest of the blue block. We take out 50% of a red block. 3.5 red remaining. All right, Ron, round 4. Your first move has to be, there is no chest available for your boss. But you do have the ability to stack. So that means Zombie has to play a boss in round 1. Boss in 4 would cap in 6 unless it fizzles. Actually, Ron, in this situation, you get to choose. Main Street or the other chest. Which one would you like to put your zombie on? And you will take out 2 blocks. Blue block and a red block. VOX has taken the wall lead through zombies. All right, so they are going to put the bonus one on Main Street to put a little pressure on the arc one. Zombies' first pet play when it comes in has to be a boss. Then it is a needle. Then it is a scoring pet or more. So they're choosing Main Street with that. And they take down 2 blocks. And through the forge and through the zombie, they managed to take a wall lead. All right, let's go over to Julia playing Skylight from the Bomber Zone. 20 seconds. Skylight and then Ron. Beats the timer. Skylight going to get in a battleship for that +3 bonus. Going to play Monolith. All right, we got Monolith, Ron. That is, each one of these now has a 50-50 chance. Gold Kang. Tuvalar's Boss. 55 if it caps. Smash face. Seal and Thrill. Leonidas. Sacrifice a top hat. So we're looking at a H10. We'll cut it in half. We'll make it a F5, and then we'll cut the damage in half with that. Smash face is huge. So F5. Unforgiven damage equivalent. After mass destruction, we'll get rid of the half of that red block. And we'll get rid of 15% of the next red block. That gives you 2.85 red remaining. Walls are still close. Dow going to invoke to add some extra damage to it. And we'll take it down to 2.35. And we have to add the battleship to it. I did not add the battleship to this one yet because it is her first turn. So we're actually going to take that down to 2 blocks. All right, now the battleship is a permanent part of it. Doc still has a charge of Evoke left. Dow still has a charge of Invoke left. Arc with a slight wall lead. Father Ron is out of the portal. Welcome back, Ron. Getting those sniper bonuses. Father Ron, 20-second timer. Ron, Dow, Cat, Pope, and Doc. Beats the timer. Ron playing Colossal Wicked Kang. All right, so Ron is bouncing one back. We will bounce Sheila's back, which will nullify it. That's the highest. That's the Mythic Kang. Stay in a sniper zone. Pet Repel. M7 Seismic to Sky. With Sliver ability. Sky going to prevent it. Wicked Kang is good. Bounces Sheila's Kang, which nullifies it. Stay in a sniper zone. Pet Repel. M7 Seismic. And Sky will prevent the Seismic. Let's go to Dow. 20-second timer. Dow from the DZ. Dalcat, Pope, and Doc. Beats to timer. Seal and Thrill, Dracarys to the tower. E7 breaks stuff. Orbital Mythic to the wall. Break stuff is good. That'll hit those last two blocks. Mortal Blue from Ron. Get rid of the Dracarys. Dal, that's going to hit you for 40% of your health, taking you down to 60% life. Dal does have a Thrill and Seal unresolved. No seal yet, but it will resolve. And a Mythic Orbital to the wall. That got interesting. 20-second timer, Cat. Going to move to their DZ. Dune to the Straw Man. Seal and Thrill. F5 Summoning Grenade to the Watchtower. And MD8. Spread the Straw Man to 4. And both teams have all 5 windows lit, by the way. Nightshade had a Milo, and then Trigger had an Unforgiven. DZ, Dune, Seal and Thrill, Summoning Grenade to the Watchtower. All right, Cat, odd or even? It is even. All right, that is going to get rid of the monolith. Also going to light the watchtowers, watchtower number 6. And it would have summoned anyway. So put a summon right there, which is a gold watcher. All right, let's go over to Pope. 20-second timer, Pope. Beats a timer. Colossal Kang to the side chest with a Seal and Thrill. H9 Summoning Grenade to the wall with Duplex and sacrifice a top hat. We will add a gold orbital. Double sonar. We'll take it down to a H3 Carnage equivalent. H3 Carnage equivalent. $45% of a red block. You still got 1.55 remaining. It's a good nerf. All right, final move of round 4. Dr. Die, 20-second timer. All right, beats the timer. Cyborg Fly. Valar and Dow. They had some options there. Valar goes to the no zone. Dow to the no zone as well. Derecho to the wall, duplex, and sacrifice the top hat. Pope going to prevent the derecho. Give Docker seal. All right, that is the end of round number 4. At the end of round number 4, nice cyborg move at the very end there, double dip. Cat gets her 4th blessing. Julia gets her 1st. Trigger with a gold orb. Congratulations, Trigger. Now remember, the zombie did have to leave the DZ. Would not have mattered anyway because they were stacked in the same DZ. The zombie does have to move around in order to fight. Good prevention on the Derechos. We got a 4th blessing. Another 81 for Arc. 46. Julia with a Siege Award and a Bronze Star. Congratulations, Julia. Both of those. And the DZ is 0-0 because Julia and Kat are both in the same DZ. All right, we're going to round 5. Round 5, we will start out with Julia in the DZ, 20-second timer. Julia going to move into the temple. Mythic Needle to the haystack. Needle will get rid of Trigger's Immortal Grendel. No Grendels remaining for Team VOX. Max Seal over to Dow. He is currently sealed, so that will fizzle out. T10 Mega Blast to the wall to add some mass destruction. And Wrath ability. This one hits. And that does have enough to get the job done. With Panic Mode, T10, and all the buffs put on top of it. We'll cap all 3 of their orbitals. Give Julia a gold bar. And let's reset the wall. All right, let's go over to Trigger from the Temple. "20-second timer trigger." Playing Elena to the DZ. That is VOX's final dragon play. No dragons or titans remaining. Dust to Julia, Seismic to the wall with Mass Destruction 8. All right, read it once. Elena to the DZ. Dust to Julia. S8 Seismic to the wall with MD8, and it does hit. And that is the first Seismic. If another Seismic hits, it will flip the boat. Red block. After Mass Destruction, 25% of a red block. You got 1.75 red remaining, Ron. Valar from the no zone. 20-second timer, Valar. Actually, before Valar's turn, stop. No timer. We will cap Julia's 55-point Kang, and we will cap Valar's boss. And the zombie boss will fizzle. Gives Arc their 3rd flag of the game. Okay, now we go to Valar, 20 seconds. Mythic Regis to Dow, Torment to Ron, H9 Grinch to the wall with Jigsaw and Relay. Add 28 health to Dow. She'll take him from 60% back to 88%. Dr. Dye going to evoke. And they will invoke. Put the torment on Ron. All right, looking to take down a black and a green. Valar going to add Intaglio. Second dragon play. Nine, 10, 11, 12. Taking down a black and a green. And that will remove PCP points from a player. Wave Award is removed from Cat. All right, Ron. We're in round 5. Do you want to remove 2 blocks? Or light 2 watchtowers? 2 blocks or 2 watchtowers? Ron removing 2 blocks and getting a gold bar. Each team now with a gold bar. Ron also playing Needle, which will get rid of the Immortal Grendel. There are no Grendels remaining on the court, on the field. All right, that is the zombies maneuver. And we did cap Nightshade's boss on that turn as well. So let's cap Ron's Colossal. 73. We'll cap Nightshade's boss as well. Flag number 2. Flags are 3-2 at the moment. And let's go to Sky. 20-second timer, Sky. Beats the timer. Sky going to go needle to that haystack. Sky playing needle. In 5, we'll cap in 6. Torment the cat. T10 Mega Blast to the wall with Sliver ability. And that was duplexed. Mega Blast, add to that mass destruction. We finally got a big grenade hit. Green block, blue block, and a blue block. Not as strong as the first. Still formidable wall, but it's not quite as strong. It's a good hit. Let's go over to Father Ron, see what he's got planned. Ron, 20-second timer from the sniper zone. Beats the timer. Ron going to play a needle of his own. Needle in 5, cap in 6. Vines to Sky, Seismic to Sky. I'm going to sink Sky's ship. By the way, both sentry guns are unlocked. Both sentry guns are unlocked. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, that's not relevant. 2 seismic is what sinks the ship, but hold on 1 second. I don't think Sky can be a valid target because Sky is in the harbor. All right, so Sky cannot be targeted in the ship because they're in the target. They haven't left the port. But, Ron, because Sky is not a valid target, you have to redirect the seismic to a target. And if it does hit, it will still sink the boat. The seismic does not have to sink the boat and hit the boat in order for it to work. If 2 seismic hits, it gets rid of the vehicle, whether that's a tank whether it's a rover, whatever. All right, so Ron is going to redirect that to the wall. Julia, does the seismic still hit? All right, does still hit. Sky does lose the boat, stays standing in the harbor, so that E3 is gone. And because Ron had no juice on that attack, he does have mass destruction. You got 60% of a black block. You got 40 black remaining. All right, let's go to Dow. 20-second timer. All right, can you just post it? Yes, but Ron has that built into his attacks. Once he plays that, that's added. It's already built into the damage. All right, so Dow had a targeting, double line, either one. So he played Dracarys, but did not call a target. That is another double line. He typed it before I got a chance to ask for the target. Ron says wait. So Torment Dock, Heal and Seal. He also played a double smoke. So there's a double line penalty and a double item use penalty. Torment was listed first, so that's what gets played. Torment to Dock. Immortal Watcher is good. Ron Watcher will be played on your first Watchtower. And it should be a Colossal Watcher. And Ron preventing the Dracarys. we will. Cap 73-point Kang, and the final boss of the game. All right, let's go over to Cat. 20-second timer, Cat. DZ Portal. And Snowplow Julia out of the temple. Cat with another wave award. Julia out of the temple. And let's go over to Pope. 20-second timer, Pope. Pope going to get in the turret. Mythic Orbital, Torment. All right, lot to unpack here. Ron, a little slow on the hits. All right, so a couple things. Torment has no target. Dracarys has an incorrect target. All right. Dracarys has a valid target. That is not changeable. There's no clarification there for a double line. Because it is a valid target, it was typed as a valid target, it hits. Number 2, Torment has no target. So I need to know who the Torment goes, and the Dracarys goes to the wall, not to the castle. All right, going to trigger. Trigger is tormented. Turret is good. Mythic Orbital is good. Use that as a marker for the Mythic Orbital. It does. It is a D25 grenade. Does some damage to the wall. Just not a lot. I mean, it is a damaging grenade. And it does have T10. It does have some mass destruction. You get 50% of a blue block. This 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's S13. But it's only 25, D25. A lot of juice, not a lot of grenade. All right, let's go to Doc. Doc, final move of round 5. And that's the first targeting penalty for Pope with the Torment. Doc did not beat the timer. Did beat the nerf timer. Going to get into turret. Skull to Dow. Vines to Dow. Rage Tonic Mega Blast to the wall from Blind Date. All right, are we back? Can you guys hear me okay? YouTube decided in the middle of a stream toward the end it wanted to do a security protocol and verify who we are. This stuff cracks me up sometimes. All right. From the turret, Skull to Dow, Vines to Dow, Rage Tonic Mega Blast. Julia, going to use Mythic Blue. We do. Final blue of the game. Dr. Die is going to max absorb it. Now, remember, they did just play the Watcher die. So the Watcher has two things. Because you didn't pay the juice, actually, never mind. You don't need to pay the juice because it's a scold. My bad. But what you do have to do, you get that absorption. That torment is now gone. Doc, you got to pick odd or even. See if it'll get past the monolith. Doc going with even. It is odd. So that is a miss, but it still does get rid of the monolith. No, that's for the scold, Ron. Dow does lose his seal from the vines. All right. That is the end of round number 5. At the end of round number 5, interesting. We've got an avalanche because we've got Alina. Now, legendary pets go out of play at the end of that round for the next round, but we do get a 75-point avalanche. Broken seal. Broken seal. Broken seal. Straw man advantage. 50-0. Cat with another blessing. As I said, Alina's gone. Trigger with another blessing. Each team losing. And I'm checking to see who is still tormented. Cat is not tormented. And it won't matter because that is where we're going to call it. We're at 10:45. So at 10:45, we will not have time to get 2 more moves in. Even if we did put back the 4 minutes that we lost, it still will not be relevant to the overall total and score of the game, because we're not going to finish the entire round anyway. So that is where we're going to leave it. We're going to calculate the totals, see where everybody ended up. A good battle back. Great game. We'll do the math. There were some moves on both sides I think people would like to have back, but we're rusty. So give me about 5 minutes. Let me calculate the totals, and we'll see how it goes. And because that round did end officially, Ron did get a bronze star and a sniper zone, because that was at the end of the previous round. And we gave away all the, we got 95 points in slivers and 46 points in slivers. So we got Strawman, we got the blessings. So we'll count down the blessings. We got 3 blessings over on the arc side. So we're going to take down a blue block, a red block, and a red block. Over on the other side, a little tougher. We got 5, but not quite going to get the bonus. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Walls are close. All right, we'll be right back. All right, everybody, we are back, and we had a pretty close one. As expected, pretty good battle. As I said, there's probably some things both players would like to go back and take a look at it. We'll take a look. First of all, the overall scores. We had Ark winning the flag game, 750 to 450, 300-point advantage. Ark winning the wall game, 500 to 375. VOX coming back winning the strawman game and the MBS. Got him back in the game, down a couple hundred. Ark won the Kane game, 347 to 219, and the Needle game, 100 points to 0. Ark also had Siege, which was 100 points. Ron had Sniper, which was 50. Turned around a little bit with VOX. VOX had 150 in Watchtowers. Ark had 25. DZ, 150 to 50. Big turn of events there at the end. And timers were close to even. VOX had a minus 40. Ark had a minus 30. The core points was 1842 Ark, 1644 VOX. But then we got to PCP points. And VOX lit it up. 375 to 175. That actually put VOX in the lead going into the final curve, which is slivers, deductions, and all of the other stuff that we do. We had Ark with 100 points in targeting or double line penalties. But Ark also had a lot of points in slivers, 363 to 195. Extras, we had Kromica, Syra. Syra never happened, sorry. Scratch that. Because they did not cap it. We had Colossal Orbital, Mythic Orbital, Gold Orbital, another Mythic Orbital. We had a Milo. On the other side, we had our Dark Boss, Watchers, Milos, and the extras ended up being 431 because the slivers were a big advantage to Ark, 260 VOX. Final score, as I said, it's a close one, but Ark edging it out 24-18 to 22-79. 24-18 to 22-79. The only thing I'm going to say about tonight's game and improvising, VOX, Doomsday. Doomsday would have absolutely wrecked Ark. When that Immortal Blue hit Dow, it took him down to 60%. A Doomsday on the next round would have made it almost impossible for them to heal him back and to recover. Sometimes it comes down to one or two moves, but that was definitely a golden opportunity to take one of the best players off the field. But that's why we play the games. Good practice, good battles, and congratulations, both teams, on a match well played. We're getting closer and closer to the Kills Cup. Shake that rust off while you can. Good usage by both teams with your Titans and also with your Dragons. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you Thursday night for Fish Fights. Peace.